What is going on, everyone? Are you serious? Virginia versus Texas Tech in the national championship? Feed me that. Feed me that. I actually really do enjoy this matchup that we are going to get on Monday night. What a Final Four. Seriously, I thought this was very entertaining. We will obviously take a look at what just went down. Two great games, in my opinion. Obviously, the Auburn and Virginia one sparking a little bit more controversy, and we will get my opinion on it. So, I mean, here we go. This is what happened, and the Virginia squad goes up 10 in the second half. Jerome fouls and actually has to get out of the game because of foul trouble. Dumb foul. Mental error. In the backcourt. Stupid. No reason for it. Now, he was complaining, saying it wasn't a foul. Dumb, because that changed the game. That allowed Auburn to go on a run. 3 after 3 after 3. Bryce Brown, of all people, getting hot, especially in that right corner. That allowed Auburn to get back into it because Jerome, he was the guy during that game until the end, of course. But Jerome was the guy really getting that squad going. So you send a 60% free throw shooter for Auburn to the line. He nails both. Auburn is literally up 4 points with 7.4 left. Kyle Guy hits a corner 3 to keep this ball game alive. Unbelievable. It's a 1-point game. Harper goes to the line. He hits 1 of 2. The score is 62-60. A lot of fouls to give for Auburn. They foul, whatever the case may be. As Jerome is dribbling up the floor, and here's where the controversy comes in, he dribbles it off his leg, picks up the ball, double dribble, no whistle. Now, my argument with this is, yes, no doubt about it, it is clear as day that is a double dribble. But take a look on the replay. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a double dribble, right? And the referee's right there. That should be called bang. That's ball game. Auburn goes to the national championship. But take a look at the Auburn players. Like, nope, nobody has the mindset, oh, that's a double dribble. That's a double dribble. Like, everyone just kind of plays on. And even the commentators were saying after the game and all that, you know, normally when a ball hits the back of your leg, it dribbles out of, like, real far out of reach. Like, it was so weird and so uncommon and such an odd situation for it to happen. I understand in the moment you don't call a double dribble. No one reacted in the way of, that's a double dribble. And just the way it all played out, I understand why actually there was no call. I'm not saying that's right, but I'm seeing it I'm seeing why, at least, it didn't happen. And then the foul call, it goes to the corner. Kyle Guy gets fouled. No doubt. You can't complain it. The defender, Dowdy, no reason whatsoever to leave your feet and go into him like that. That was a clear foul, the correct call by the referees. And Kyle Guy goes to the free throw line. Bang, bang, bang. Cool, calm, collective. Are you serious? A guy like that goes up to the charity stripe. He had that smirk on his face. He knew he was draining every single one. Unbelievable. The poise on this guy, 63-60. Now, yes, tough for Auburn to swallow because I thought, that they fought back. They were down 10 in the second half to a team like Virginia. I thought then, I remember looking over saying, oh, that's ball game. That's a tough squad. Virginia's a tough defensive squad. No one's going to come back like that. Bang. Bryce responds, and seriously, what a heartbreak because that could have been a double dribble, but, I mean, listen, Virginia made plays down the stretch. Kyle Guy hits a huge shot in the corner. Kyle Guy gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. Virginia made it happen. As much as you want to complain that Auburn got snagged and they got the game taken away from them, sure, I get it because that was a double dribble, but, there's no reason to foul there, too. Your player made a mental error, a huge mental error, and I feel bad for him. I really do. But Auburn's coach, he handled it with class after the game. He said, listen, we're going to take this with class and pride for whatever happened. Virginia, they made plays happen. We made some mental errors. And Virginia, there's more than just that one play, he said. There's a 40-minute ball game, and Virginia took it. So, that's my opinion on it. I think the right call was made on the foul in the corner on Kyle Guy. The double dribble was a double dribble, but I at least see why it didn't get called for whatever that means. for Auburn fans. And then we go into the second game with this Texas Tech MSU team. Loved what Tom Izzo said after the game, by the way, after they lose 61-51. This Texas Tech squad defensively, holy hell, that first half in general was kind of all defensive for both squads. You had Texas Tech making Winston's day a living hell. You had Michigan State making Culver's day a living hell. And it was just a defensive battle. Second half, things kind of open up, but Mooney for Texas Tech goes off for 22. The dude was knocking down shots consistently. Is he going to be able to do that against a Virginia team? I don't know if he's going to be able to do that, but wow, the Texas Tech squad, I thought realistically had control of this basketball game for a majority of the time. Now, there was a minor spot there where Michigan State cuts into the lead in the second half, but Texas Tech goes on a little bit of a run and just makes it theirs. They had, when I say they, I'm talking about Texas Tech. They had such a great defensive game plan. They stopped Michigan State and their offense. They really did. Michigan State scored 51 total points in this ball game. And you have to give credit to Chris Beard. What a tremendous coaching job. From where he was, Little Rock, Arkansas, to being at Texas Tech for a couple years and bringing this team to a national championship. I love both storylines. I really do, and that's what is beautiful. Because I remember watching the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, the Washington Capitals, Alexander Ovechkin versus the Vegas Golden Knights, and both storylines were great. Are you serious? Who doesn't want to see Ovechkin win a cup? Who doesn't want to see a team that nobody thought would even win but 30 games win a Stanley Cup? Both storylines were so great. That's why you sit back, relax, and enjoy it as a sportsman. This is the same thing. The hard work, dedication, and passion out of Texas Tech, and the belief in the coach, and the way they play, the hard passion they play with. You can see it as a fan. And I'm not saying Virginia doesn't play with that, but that's their style, their grit, and their defense, and their toughness. And their coach. How do you not love the story out of Texas Tech and Virginia? Last year, really? How that played out? The first #1 seed to lose to a 16 seed. Next year, they're in the national championship. I don't know which way I'm leaning right now. It's too hot. It's too hot of an item. I need to sit back, relax, and kind of absorb everything before I see it. Or realistically, I don't know if I even have a choice. I just want to sit back, relax, and see it all happen. Now, the one thing that sucks is the 9:30 Eastern time start on Monday night. Ugh. It's a killer. It's a late one. Now, of course, I'm going to be up for that, but I'm just saying it's definitely a late one. My one point, by the way, on Tom Izzo. After the game, this guy, I mean, Auburn handled it with class, absolutely, but Tom Izzo coming to the media after the game and said, listen, Texas Tech earned it tonight. They were the tougher team, and they earned it. They beat us. The right team won tonight. And just his approach, you know, he said that Michigan State, they kind of played uncharacteristic, but that's the beauty of the tournament. Teams make other teams play uncharacteristically, and it's not their night, and credit to Texas Tech. Just the way, though, that he brought it out to the interview, I was really impressed. Not that I would have ever expected Tom Izzo to be this horrible guy, but I really do love, on the losing side, both of the answers by the coaches, because that says something. And this is a very emotional loss for both of these teams, and just the way they handle that shows a lot. It really does. It shows a lot. It's not easy losing games like this. Even I watched some of these seniors walk off the court and crying and getting upset, and I've been there. I've been in moments where this was my last game ever with a certain team. This was my last game ever as a college hockey player. This was my last game ever with a specific, group of guys. I've been there. It's hard. And to do it on a national stage in front of all these people, crazy. And just even the basketball game in general, it almost seems fake to me when the stage is this high, when the stage is at the elite level that it is. It's almost like it feels fake to me. I couldn't even imagine playing in a basketball game like that. But all around, holy hell, what an amazing 2 games. What an amazing Final Four. And a Virginia-Texas Tech matchup, as much as people want to complain, I saw Colin Cowher tweet out there, I can't believe, no, it wasn't I can't believe it. It said, I wish Zion was playing. Dude, as a college basketball fan, Virginia-Texas Tech, that's actually a really entertaining national championship, in my opinion. He's just being a jabroni, if you will. One thing hilarious, though, the Auburn fan section cheering, thinking they won, and it was a foul in the corner. Pretty embarrassing. One kid poured a beer on his head, and then once he figured out that his team lost, he was kicking the chairs and got arrested. He was pouring the beer on his head because he was so excited they won. Which, don't get me wrong, I thought they did too, but when you hear the whistle blew and you see the replay, it was a foul. It was a foul. I want to know your thoughts on the Kyle Guy foul, on the Jerome double dribble, on the matchup we have, on these games. Anything you got, I want to know your thoughts about it. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.